Hey, this is Alan with Made by a Bee. It's time for us to make another video, and we wanted to show you how we go about getting the honey from the beehive, how we get the bees out of it so that we can get it back to the place of extraction and then extract the honey out of it, and then eventually get it into the bottle into your hands. So we're in one of our bee yards here, and you can see we're using a little bit of smoke. I typically use pine straw. That's available for me, and it kind of settles them down a little bit. And what we'll do, we use a fume board or stink board, and we take this, it has felting on the inside of it, and we put a concoction that stinks really bad in there, and put it in the sunlight and let it start to heat up. And then what we'll do, we'll pop the top off, and as you can see, there's lots of bees up in here. That's a good sign. And then what we will do, put that down on top of it. I may have to swap fume boards out. That's not very hot, but in the process, we're going to stink the bees down out of this super through the queen excluder down into the box. You're going to notice, if this is working, you're going to start watching bees kind of pile out the front. And so this takes a few minutes, so you'll be videoing it, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so as you can see, the bees are beginning to come out there because inside the hive is really starting to smell bad. So in the process, we're running all the bees out of this box down into this box, and to get away from that smell, they're coming out the front. When as many bees as I think as we can get out of it are out of this box, then I'll take this off, we'll take the super off, and then we'll put them on the truck. Okay, so now it looks like the bees are pretty much done. This super is pretty much clean. Now what we're going to do today on this one, because we normally don't put our hives underneath trees and stuff like that. That's for another video. So what we're going to do, we do a second staging area to get all the bees out of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this one loose, and then we're going to go to our next staging area. And a lot of propolis. And as you can see, that's pretty clean. There's hardly any bees inside of there. But what we would do is go to this area that's out in the sun. And then what we do, we'll set it on top of here. Set another stink board on top of it. And then we can stink the rest of them out, and then it'll be pretty clean, and then we'll set those on the truck like we have on the back of the truck. And then those go to the place where we extract, and then there'll be a follow-up video on that, on getting ready to extract this, and then you can see how this is, what is this, July 2020. The wildflower that'll be coming off from this, you'll be able to follow it from farm to table. So these are the supers that we took off, as you saw in the earlier video. And what we're going to do now is show you the extraction process. And now we've taken a frame, we're going to go to the hot knife and cut the caps off. So now what we're going to do is take the hot knife and we cut it. And the caps will just roll off just like that. And all we're doing is exposing the inside of the honey cell that they have prepared and sealed off. And we'll do a number of these. We'll go to the scratching table after this, and we'll scratch off any caps that I wasn't able to cut off with a knife. And then we will go to the extraction. Okay, as you can see, there was a little bit here that I wasn't able to get off with a hot knife, so we used the little scratcher here. This ruptures the rest of those cells. This enables the honey to come out and be freely spawn out of the cells. And so now we'll go to the extractor. Now that we've scratched all the frames, we've put them in the extractor and we've loaded it up completely full, and we'll turn the extractor on for about 10-15 minutes, just depending on how much honey's coming out of there. And so now we'll close the top and get ready to turn it on. Now we've taken the honey from the bucket that we've strained from the extractor, poured it into the pour bucket, and now what we do is that we'll open the valve and let the honey pour into the appropriate size bottle. This is a 1 pound bottle. We'll fill this up, and then when it's full, we'll put the appropriate labels and things on it for weight, size, and content. And this bottle can be waiting for you, and you can have some fresh Wildflower 2020 honey. Look forward to seeing you. Be smart.